i.e., eating the the opioid fruit.
Yeah. I think this will probably be the last group of the night.
That makes sense.
Getting tired.
A little, yeah. But this also has a hub. This is like the Spanish-speaking British all have hubs.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Or Special Security Commission. Overview: Organization of Franco regime of Spain, instituted in 1938 from a specialized body of the Councils of the National Syndicalist Offensive Johns, and set as a secret organization of the Information Service of Defense High Command with the field name 2nd BIS. Its operations focus on the detection, capture, exploitation, and dismantling of anomalies from a perspective strongly biased towards the national, Catholic, and authoritarian values of the regime. The organization turned out to be impervious to the efforts of foreign organisms to infiltrate it, including the Foundation. It became part of the Foundation with all of its anomalous resources in 1977, with the disintegration of the Information Department and notable evolution in values, statutes, and personnel.
Wait, so the Special Security Commission is defunct? Yeah,
I
it
guess
became
so.
part of the Foundation. Okay, yeah.
Origins in Franco's dictatorship.
I mean, yeah.
So, I guess we just read the history and see if they have any relations to other groups. Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not very promising that its origins has to do with Spanish fascists.
Yeah. Right. The Special Security Commission was formed in 1938 as an organization from the Specialized Corps of the National Unionist Offensive Juntas, NUOJ, and framed as a secret organization for the Information Service High General Staff with the field name Segura BIS. Later in the autumn of 1939, it was officialized as such and began to act as a military arm to face anomalous and the unknown, always under a strong national Catholic bias. Initially formed to respond to actions by members of the Republican side, advised or trained by the GRU, Division P.
What's the GRU again?
Russian KGB for anomalies, but then they went and decided to be Marshall, Carter, and Dark in Russia. Yeah.
Wait, all the way back then?
Apparently.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Without external assistance, the commissionary slowly extended its range of action to the rest of Spain and later occasional personnel in Western Sahara and equatorial. Is it Guinea or Guinea?
I think that's Guinea.
Oh, Guinea. Oh.
I might be wrong, but I think that's how Guinea's spelled.
Yeah. Oh no. I look a little ahead. After the Second Spanish Civil War, the Commission had a difficult threefold task to protect the rest of the Spanish people from the relatively few anomalies with respect to religions such as South and Central America, but of diverse nature to decide which anomalies would be worthy and pure.
Ugh.
Despite the use of anomalies of a religious nature, they felt disdain, dread, or disgust for anomalies of non-Christian origin, such as SCP-ES-101 and SCP-ES-150. So yeah, the Serpent's Hand would not get along with these people.
Yeah.
The aim of the project was to provide the necessary resources to be used by the sea, land, and air armies, and the continuous vigilance against the threat of foreign interest groups, whether of a political nature such as the GRUP division Anti-clerical groups such as Sapphire, para-religious groups that disagree with the National Catholic vision of the Commission, such as sects that would form the Horizon Initiative, and the groups that preserve normality, such as the Foundation. The 1940s was a difficult period for the Commission, as it was for us in Spain, being neophytes in the knowledge of anomalies and their obsolete equipment and helpless by the remaining political blocs after World War II. The Commission was forced to keep a lower profile, focusing on investigation of anomalies in the procession and deploying only in cases where a possible threat from anomalies created or used by the Manquis was detected. The Manquis was a group of communist guerrilla resistance movements in Spain that began during the Civil War. The 1950s was a period of splendor of the Commission. Despite widespread hunger, the joint efforts of the government and the future Mana Charitable Foundation, integrated as a social aid, helped to alleviate hunger. The progressive opening to the world due to the Cold War and Spain's geographical position made countries like the United States consider it as a strategic ally, with a strong anti-communist position and expertise against the GRU Division P in the Soviet Union. As for the economy, the Commission enjoyed prestige in spite of the generalized state of poverty, being considered the architect of the end of isolationism. A good part of the military budget was destined for the Commission. This caused an expansion in its operations, beginning to contain anomalies that were isolated but dangerous. However, as Spain broke its isolationism, it began to attract groups of interest in the Foundation again. Despite this construction of Torrejon and Zaragoza air bases, as part of the agreement between the Pentagram and the Commission insisted on building headquarters in isolated locations and modifying topology of the terrain in provinces such as Tyrol. Future sects of the Horizon Initiative began to be interested in the Commission, and SCP 101 being peacefully rejected by the Commission. The rumors of a possible cultural war coming from the French anti-clerical groups for film materials ceased in the vicinity of the Sola Valley. On the other hand, it is believed that the location of these headquarters and imposition of the law of silence by the Franco dictatorship and presumed xenophobia among the general population made the Foundation's infiltration attempts unsuccessful. The 1960s marked the beginning of the cultural change in the Commission, brought by the opening up to the modern world. Relations to the emerging Horizon Initiative softened, allowing Christian members to join. Ties with the Pentagram were strengthened, and a cultural change among the younger members of the Commission took place, opening a still minority split that would last until the dissolution in 1977. On January 17, 1966, a B-52 strategic bomber and a KC-135 tanker aircraft collided in a refueling maneuver, causing a fall of 2 Aegean weapons and 2 non-anomalous thermonuclear bombs, and the death of 7 crewmen. 2 of them, an Aegean weapon and a non-anomalous bomb, suffered ruptures when they fell into the Mediterranean Sea and on land. Pentagram and the Commission, with the approval of the latter, disinfected the area mainly of anomalous materials in pursuit of normality, with the regard of the security of the area and its welfare. Subsequently, a massive disinformation campaign was carried out, broadcasting images of the bath of the Minister of Information and Tourism, Manuel Fraga, and the U.S. Ambassador of Spain in liaison with Pentagram, and Greer Duke on NO-DO was a weekly newsreel of the Franco regime and was shown in Spanish cinemas before the film itself, and a TVE television network. During the last years of Franco's regime, the division between the more open-minded sectors of the Commission, led by Simone Cesroc, and the immobilist sectors led by Luis Carrero Blanco, became evident. Although they agreed with limiting the influence of Pentagram in the Spanish territory, they disagreed profoundly on the continuity of the Commission itself. It says Rock was in favor of establishing relations with the Foundation and the future planning of complete absorption, allocating the surplus money to other state pantries, while Carrero Blanco defended the centralization of the Commission and the figure of the future King Don Juan Carlos I of Spain. However, the second position would weaken due to the assassination of Carrero Blanco on December 20th, 1973, by the terrorist group ETA, the Green March, and the generalized instability before and after the death of Francisco Franco, thus leading to the signing of Bernard Says agreement with the condition of the disintegration of the information service as such. Post-transition, progressively the Commission staff was successfully integrated into the Foundation structure. Although they were initially allowed to operate in their headquarters, a series of attacks during the 1980s by alleged remnants of the Commission and the Franco dictatorship, who had opposed the absorption by the Foundation, forced the Commission's staff to be transferred to International Area 08. Subsequently, pathways were opened to sites with anomalies difficult to contain from International Area 08, and medium and low containment objects were moved between International Area 08, Site 34, and Site 313, depending on each anomaly. Note to Sub-Destination-A to distinguish it from the original Special Security Commission. The whereabouts objective means or personnel belonging to the Special Security Religious Group are currently unknown. Okay. I guess we got...
Simply put, I was going to say, I feel like we could pretty easily just put this in lawful evil. It's the former pentagram version, like the former Spanish pentagram version that was in power and in effect under a fascist ruler.
Oh, look.
I feel like it's pretty cut and dry.
Look who came here again, the cold great green god.
Oh. Are we going to learn more about that group from...
Linked to several disappearances in the forest of Basque County in the Comunidad Fora de Navarra, it is believed that they could correspond to matriarchal sex of the cult. Although no concrete evidence could be obtained, the Foundation has been thoroughly investigating areas. So no, we got no information.
Okay.
So yeah, you think
now
lawful...
I have to just...
Huh?
Yeah, I think lawful evil is right for it. Also, now I need to decide which couple of artists I'm going to subscribe to on Patreon.